Welcome to the Ponderous Brick Thinker. This is another installment in Learning from the Pros. We're using Lego Set 75577 Mako Submarine. It comes from the Lego Avatar line. In the first installment of this set, it was 2 scenery pieces. In the second installment was the base of the submarine. The third was the completion of the submarine. And now we're going to go into bag 4 with another scenery piece and another minifig. Let's see. This one appears to be Netayam. Seems standard with a tail, torso, head, hair, and see here. It's a hollow piece. Yeah, right-handed. There we go. Okay. Pictures. Okay, so this shows the submarine as seen in the movie. Okay. One of the questions I had was this back part here in the other installment. That was a choice by the Lego designers. Kind of curious as to why they didn't do all black as they did here. Okay, I'll refer to this as at the close of the set and kind of give my thoughts on how they adapted it. For now, it'll be scenery. And again, in this picture, and referring to the Elu Discovery, I don't know how much liberty the Lego group took in terms of the color in the underwater world. And so it is nice to look at. I'll probably be keeping the pieces to make other underwater scenes, and that's great that they have this scenery with a vehicle, not only for display, but also you can adapt it to other how do I say, uses, other designs. Okay, so that plays a part. Otherwise I would have just used a normal brick. And 2 green here. Okay, this is symmetrical, at least the white part, but they are throwing it off with this rock work, I would say. Okay, and then more here, kind of break this symmetry. Use these plates, the beige, to indicate sand. Some layering effect. Curious that they use they didn't use a gray 2x4 instead of a 2x3 and then 1x2. Could just be the texture to avoid it making it look like a big block. That little line. Let's see if it's covered and see if there was an intent behind it. That almost looks like lime green, but all we we have is olive green, so I think that's the right choice. Okay, kind of hiding that, so again, I'm not sure why they chose that. Cost decision, maybe? Okay, now we're gonna completely hide the white. Curious if they make gray of this color, of this brick, so that way you can leave part of it exposed. You don't have to necessarily cover it all the way around, which is it looks like what they're doing. Oh, bananas. Here. So I would say they have, I'm pretty sure they had the same design people for the line, the avatar line, so that these pieces and the other sets have some corresponding motif in terms of the foliage, so that way it's not stark differences. Of course, you can always try and make it so that if there's a different area the movie takes place in, that different artists can differentiate the designs a bit. But it's nice that it looks like it's similar features, which helps. You can gather all the avatar sets and then combine it to make a one larger diorama. Wonder if they're gonna put something on this side. Let's see. Another. Wait, where are you at? Oh, I think I put it on the wrong side. Let me use this thing. It's just a shift there. So that way, this goes there, and then small detail there. Oops. Interesting. I thought they were gonna put. Well, there's none in their bag, so they're not yet grown. Okay, so they're using slopes at different orientations to break up the pattern. Looks a little bit more naturalistic that way. Not entirely random, but just like it just deviates from a perfectly symmetrical block. See, that looks kind of nice. There, okay. This was used for these features. It's posable. We'll see how it goes. This one, you have this pink, this thing, and then this, and it's like too much of a line, but we'll see how this one plays in. don't think they had this color in the other pieces. Wait, let me try it this way, so that way it's not symmetrical. They did encourage it, just so that the shorts are on the side, inner part, just so that doesn't appear like a copy and paste. Now we turn it around. Okay. Just looking at the top view, a little bit of stacking. There. I would say I would consider the source material, which is the movie, as to how much color there is and how much, if they had to restrain themselves, if they wanted to use more of the flower colors to make it look more interesting or just more, vibrant. But with all the other pieces they put in, I think it's enough that the pink really are the lightest color pieces and they really stand out. So I think it could be minimally used. Because otherwise they might appear everywhere and it's just overgrown with one type of plant. But with the other colors it's like, and different shapes, probably more viable or easier to believe that it's a varied ecosystem. Am I doing it the right way? No, I think it's this way. There. Okay, they use this color again and shape as with the other side, vaguely suggesting that it could be part of the growth of the plant. I wonder if they also depends on what their thought is. If they first did with the gray and then they put the color, and that's excluding the olive green, but if the olive green is almost like a moss, depending on the alien world, if they also made these gray and then decided, okay, this one's olive green, that one's olive green, so then you have your mass and then you start putting the foliage on it and taking it to where you want it to be. Did I do that right? Nope. I need a plate. Okay. So a lot of abrupt changes. You have your slopes and then verticals and slopes of different angles. Okay, now, okay, well, the white was covered a while ago, but now you don't see it at all. And one more pink there and an olive green here. There we go. This is, I think it was on the back side of the box to display the submarine. That's why the... Just want to make sure it's the right side. That's why the white had the tech neck holes. Oh. Okay. I wonder why they wait for this step. Maybe because these are... They don't necessarily have structural strength, and it's probably easier to knock them off. But now that everything's settled, these can be placed. Otherwise, I would have just, in that step, combined them. So that way I don't forget it, but it's not that big of a piece, or scenery piece. There we go. And they all more or less face the same direction. Okay. Okay, let's see, appears to just be on the blue there. And it has a flower here, here, a reverse flower, and another reverse, maybe. I lost track of it. No, I think that's it. Okay. And then I'm gonna assume it goes something like this. Of course, if I do it on one, I can make it swing out a little bit. Or am I on top of those flowers? It might be on top of those flowers because it raises just enough so that this one's okay. Okay, so this is the third scenery piece for this set. It's wildly different because this one has a little cave. This one's just a mass with a sole intent of supporting the submarine. There. And it does it. Oop. Cool. I think on the instructions it goes downward. Also nice. And then the other sets. Okay. So this is the Mako Submarine set, Lego 75577. It is actually very faithful to what they have. If anything, the movie will be a little bit more sleeker, but that's just because they have more possibilities with just raw design. And they come from a bigger ship. There's the two people. So the orientation down there is almost lying down, face down. And those are not tanks, apparently. Those are harpoons. So, do wonder what the movie rating is on this movie, because I thought they were just like air tanks, but and I'm not sure what. Maybe that's a underwater gun, a turret, which they didn't do it, and so that's probably why they put the shooters there, because they're supposed to represent the harpoons, which I don't know if Lego decided not to put shootable harpoons, but they do have small bow and arrows. So I'm not sure if this is too big, too dangerous to put in a toy, but that's fine. But I kind of wonder, so in the first, I did see the first movie, and it was so like a colonial storyline. I don't know if they're following the same thing, but if this is militaristic, it seems like you would need a fleet of these, because the only way this can shoot its harpoon is face forward. And so, let's see, do I have... Yes. Well, it's missing a fin. So, if this is what the creatures are and they're riding them, they can always go this way. This one's probably the spinning one. So depending on how fast it can spin, that's as fast as it can defend itself, or to shoot at the other direction other than forward. So it can easily be outflanked, militaristically speaking, but also you would need another sub and another sub to defend this one in case one's going that way. And so, and considering the position of this one, I wonder if this is more like exploratory, because they're seeing all around them. If that's a gun turret, then it's, you know, controlled by there. Don't know if it can shoot backwards, like swing around, because again, all these are exposed. You can put a stick and then they get clogged, and there's nothing to defend the backward part of it. So once I see the movie, I'll know how these were used. And so you probably need a whole fleet of them just to, unless they go super, this I think just goes up and down, and then this will turn. But this seems to go forward. It's the fluid flow would benefit from this direction rather than trying to turn the whole thing around and going in any direction. And I also forgot when I mentioned about having additional stickers for, let's say, the second sub, they could set another set of stickers for if this is the call letters for this submarine, another set of call letters. They didn't do the top one, which is okay. This is representing the hatch to enter. And then, let's see, can I still... Then the super secret surprise energy core. There. It would have been interesting if Lego actually designed or created or produced windshields of this kind of bubble looking feature, just to have it available to use. I think these are kind of common, not just to make it, you know, more airtight or watertight, but just, you know, have something available, a different design. Color wise, it's very faithful. I don't know if they created this green to match that. For me, that green came out of nowhere. But I think it's a pretty good replication. And it does feel like it's a hefty vehicle. compact. And it has flourishes. Oh yeah, I wanted to see, like, for the tail part, they combined several kinds of bricks to make it resemble this. I would say they did not need to do this one, but it's a great detail they added. This helps sell this curve down here, goes smooth, and then another curve, and then transforms into that. I think they tried their best here. It's just they did something crazy with the overall look of it here, and this is what they tried to come up with. But overall, it looks pretty good. It follows what the movie showed, so that if you wanted to have your own submarine that was seen in the movie, you can get this set, and it looks pretty good. A lot closer in nowadays than rather when I grew up. It'll probably be more blocky. Definitely not as many curves here. This was not these type of, where was it there? These slope bricks were not available, so it would have been a little bit more up. But that could be fine. Okay. Overall, all the scenery pieces come together like that, and then it looks great with a box there because you have a lot of blue to sell the underwaterness. But that's what I've been noticing, that when they do sets with scenery, they put it in with a background to help sell it, that you have all blue. But with the help of these scenery sets, can I help place it? See, how do they pose? I wonder what this was for. Maybe just to swimming. There we go. Okay. One final look. I think that's it. Alright. This has been the Ponderous Brick Thinker. This was Lego Set 75577 Mako Submarine. Interesting how they use bricks to recreate a shape that you saw in a movie. Really realistic design behind it, and more terrain, more how to kind of break up what would be easily tempted to do a symmetrical shape, but you can always alter things. Color helps with the breaking of the shape or the visually, and so this is a really nice set to display, then also reuse some of the flora to create other places underwater, or aquarium, or another fun place to be. Okay, well, that's it for this set. Thank you for stopping by. See you next time.